Hi guys, and welcome to the Pyramid. In today's video I'll be showing you what it's like on a Premier League match day here in Manchester. Now I'm actually a scumbag Arsenal fan, come on you Gunners, but I got offered a free ticket to come here and watch Manchester United versus Southampton, so here we are. Welcome to Old Trafford, home of Manchester United, the Red Devils, one of the biggest football clubs in all of the free world and the most successful club in England. A team covered in history from its birth as Newton Heath to the super club that it is in the modern game. I'm here at Old Trafford, the historic home of United, to watch the Reds take on Southampton, a side stuck in a relegation battle. Old Trafford has a capacity of 74,310, the highest for a club side in England, and the second biggest in the country behind only Wembley, and it shows. This is a huge ground, and it looks just a few minutes away when you're still about 10 or 15 away. Despite the size of the place, it is located in a residential area, which makes it near impossible to get away from the ground in a car, more on that later. There are plenty of places to grab a bite to eat or drink in and around the stadium, however the prices are quite expensive, so that's something to be aware of. There are places for fish, pies, sausages, chips, burgers, there really is a lot. You can also grab yourself a match programme for £3.50, and there are posts dotted around the ground for you to buy these from. I eventually caved in and bought a portion of chips for £3.50 outside the ground. In fairness though, it was a huge portion. There isn't a lot to do in close proximity to Old Trafford due to its location. However, just outside the stadium you could see the famous Holy Trinity statue. You could also go into the club megastore and buy some merchandise for an inflated price. However, you will be security checked upon entry, more on that later. The actual shop itself is quite big, but it is still quite packed and difficult to navigate yourself around people. I myself don't mind these new kits, and it's nice to see United release retro kits. However, I think it would be nicer with the manufacturer logo on it. The stadium opens around 2 hours before kickoff, and so if you're bored you can head on in and take your seat. You will be met by some tight security measures at the turnstiles understandably, and there are designated backdrops if you so need one. You're not allowed a water bottle with a lid on it, so keep that in mind. And my ticket was free, so I'm not sure how much this ticket would be usually, but it was quite high up behind the goal, but even then it was a great view. You can tell you're surrounded by 75,000 people by the noise. The atmosphere can be incredible at times. You can still buy food and drink from inside the stadium, however I found it rather cramped so opted to avoid it. Some aspects of the ground are relatively outdated in comparison to the other stadiums in the Premier League, including these TVs, but that's understandable when the Glazers haven't changed the ground since they bought it. When in your seat, chances are people will be rubbing knees with yourself, and your shins will be pushed up onto the back of the chair in front of you, which isn't exactly ideal. The game itself wasn't too enthralling and ended in a 0-0, including this red card for Casemiro. And some penalty shouts for United. I recommend leaving the ground slightly before the final whistle if it doesn't bother you too much, as there are simply too many people for such a small space. When the game's done and dusted, it's time to maybe grab a bite to eat and get home. Now if you're driving, this comes easier said than done because of the traffic. However, it's slightly easier via public transport. I had to wait 30 minutes or so to fit on a tram back to Manchester Victoria before hopping onto a train. I feel like public transport is the easiest way to get to and from the ground, and much quicker too. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and consider subscribing for more English football content. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.